10 out of 10.
Right. And looks like we're good. Yes, we're fine. Good evening, everyone, and welcome along once again to Inside Line Wrestling Season 4. We're here for Round 8 at the Paul Ricard circuit for the French Grand Prix. My Colcom's mic is having a fit on the other end. And speaking of said Colcom, it's Mr. Evil Dragon alongside me. It's not Owen Wyatt. He's off doing exams. Poor guy. Hi, Evil.
Yep,
Welcome back.
I'm now Owen. So I don't know what Owen normally does.
Can you do a northern accent?
You know, a little bit of northern accent.
That's terrible.
Terrible
Right.
accent.
So
Could be worse.
Soup and Evil, the old gang, back together once again. So, championship standings. It's currently Wisely leading the standings by 20 points over. That'll be CSR Abbey. That'll be his teammate, who I think is not here. Oh no, he's there. There he is. Never mind. Abbey's there. He was CSR Abbey. He's no longer CSR Abbey. He's just Abbey. We call him Abbey because we can't pronounce his name, and I'm sure you can't either. So,
What? Where is he?
P9. Yeah, that's what I thought. That is what I thought. So, Paul Ricard, the track where people get lost. Corey goes fastest immediately. Adamako, I think, has had an accident and crashed off somewhere.
That is a possibility.
However, actually, that might be a lie, because I think he has a qualifying ban. So he's going to be starting on the back anyway. So it's current. Oh, Jordan goes fastest. Hello, Jordan. 1:29.9 on the Ultras. Let's see what the... Okay, Tim Vegg's done his lap on the Supers. All the first laps coming in together. So, Evil, opinion, Paul Ricard, what do you think?
Better than Caesar's Palace.
I think we can all agree on that one. Let's never talk about Caesar's Palace.
Shadow doing some gymkhana there. Likes driving his McLaren very sideways. He's coming through the last corner. Very difficult last corner. You have to really tighten up. Second gear normally, up to third on the exit. Quick, straight. Keep to the left normally, then pull to the right when you're on a hot lap. That exit at the pit lane low, catch someone out. Saw it in ILR1, I think, in qualifying. If you drive his left in the middle of other people's hot laps, it didn't end well. Could be worse. Still a tricky section here, low. Quick right into a quick left and into a quick double right hander there. He seems to have backed off his lap power, I think, there. And the power up. Normally flat, this little right hander here, if you get the line correctly. Left hander definitely flat. Curves on the outside, you never need to because they're not really there. It's paint. And then down the Mistral Straight, which is very long. Get a cup of tea. There's your tea, and into the chicane. Quick right, quick left. Another left, there it is, and then into one of the quickest corner in the world too, from my opinion. It's bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah, they're going to rise up the hill, and then all of a sudden, oh, I've got to turn right. So they take the right, absolutely flat, and then we come into this. This is really reminiscent of all other circuits on the calendar. You got to just waiting to get on the throttle. When can I go on the throttle? Now, okay, and well, Jake's have gone a bit wide there, and then into this deceiving left-hander, slightly off camber, wants to push you wide. And then it's this next final two corners, again an off-camber corner here, wants to spit you all the way out, and into the final corner, like you said, very tough to get right. Gently on the power on the way out, looks like Jake's coming in, he was just taking us for a nice little slow lap of Paul Ricard.
Yeah. Because Paul Ricard situated very, very southern France.
Yes.
Did end well in the actual race because no one could get out the circuit.
That's true. The traffic was very, very bad.
I mean, of course, the circuit is a test circuit, if I'm not mistaken.
Initially.
Yeah, revived in the 90s, but I believe it's Audi? I'm going to say Audi. Some of the chat can prove me wrong. I think it was Audi. Well, Le Mans pretty much test it quite often. Quite a lot of drivers test it and racing teams test it, but yeah, well, if I'm not mistaken, they had to actually make the pit boxes longer because they couldn't get all the cars and everything in it, which is not ideal.
I did hear a statistic that I think this track has about 200 possible layouts.
Something very big. I think 140, I think.
Yeah.
So lots of layouts. No big oval, unfortunately. Can't turn it to an oval.
No. So
You probably can, but you might have to do some circuit removal.
true. So, as I said, the championship standings, it's Wisely on top by 20 points over Abby. Then Scuba is in third, and Tao, after his win last time out, he manages to climb up to fourth in the championship. And I've just seen a certain Scott go fourth.
Running aboard the Ferrari driver, it was quite a nice lap actually. Just kind of hooked it up, just being nice and gentle, like his lovely red and black helmet. Very Kimi-esque. Hopefully doesn't break my heart and break down. That hurt.
That hurt quite a lot. Now, Tim Veg and Scott are not used to being this far up the grid. They usually start about 14th, 15th place on the grid, come back through the field, but that's really good from them, actually. A third and fourth on the supers. Decent. Now, we've had somebody die in Sector 1, have we? No, we're fine.
Yes, that was Scuba deciding he would rather go in the blue stuff, and there goes the Haas getting out of the way. So everyone rather bunting up here as they come to probably the second run coming up soon. Of course, most drivers might try and get 3 hot laps in.
Usually.
The length of the set. I have to make it a bit shorter next time. 10 minutes? I think 10 minutes works quite well. As Scuba now down the back, he's been beaten by someone who sets a lap. Don't know who it is. Only 10 drivers have set a lap, so it's one of the 10 people who have set a lap so far have improved.
Yeah, it's unusual to see Jordan up so far. The last time I saw him this far up was last season, but just seen Paul McGuinness in the chat. The greatest couple are reunited. Aren't we adorable? It's so cute. Right. Now, the guys we have to watch are the Toro Rossos, as far as I know. They are leading the constructors. They're 1 and 2 in the championship. Wisely's on Abby's on a hot lap. And let's see what he can do. He's backed out right at the end.
I was about to say, Abby's not going very hot there, if they're backing off the lap. But could be worse. Maybe bringing up speed again for another lap, or I believe they're going to come in. Yes, they do. Check it in the pit lane. Very difficult pit lane, very deceiving. I've seen plenty of accidents here, including you, whenever we try and do fun races here. Spearing into that wall never comes out the other side again as you go through it. Fun fact, that garage you see on the left is, I believe, from Bernie Hickerson's backyard. So there you go.
Interesting facts. So Jordan on a big push. Let's see if he can go any quicker than a 29.9. He's coming through the last sector now. That everybody else is quite quiet on track right now. Himself and Tao are very closely matched on pace. As you can see, there's about a 1/10 of a second between them. Let's see if we can actually just get the... Can we get the gap? Yes, we can. 1/10 of a second. So, very nice indeed. Let's see if Jordan can improve. It looks like he might improve, actually. He comes to the line, and it's going to be a 29.5. Very good lap from Jordan. Very, very good.
Just under half a second quicker than Tahu in second place there, and then Tim Veg in fourth now as he gets improved by the Mercedes in the Red Bull.
On the Supers.
That's confusing. Yeah, super soft. That's impressive lap for him, of course. I'd say to take the detour in turn one and murder a polystyrene. Now, don't want to hit too many of them on this circuit. Doesn't end well. I don't know if they mended that. I hope they've mended that soon, because otherwise you're going to have a bad day in the office.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the other Ferrari of Corey. Now, I'm assuming he's going to be able to go quicker, because his teammate's quicker than him by about 3/10 of a second, and he did his lap on the Super Softs.
Yeah, blasted down the middle.
Skeven P4 on the Super Softs. Very well done.
Everyone improving the speed you get on these cars though. 200 and a bit 13 miles an hour with the Ferrari. Slams on the brake into the skate. Deceivingly quick this chicane, of course. Quick left into a very quick right. Now down the straight. Oh, well, the second part of the missile straight into the corner where you've seen plenty of accidents. Although you probably can't remember. Senna almost died here once. The 2 times he's gone off in F1 badly. Survived that time. Of course, Lance Stroll went off there, I think, this year, and simply horrifying. I believe that was Sorokin had a puncture down there. Didn't end well. Into the left hand that just doesn't end. Into the right hand that just doesn't end. And into another left hand that also doesn't end. This last sector, not easy to overtake. Deceiving. Keep the car left, then chuck it right. Second gear, then a little bit wide on the exit. Then gets the car straightened up, then down to the straight, and he's come in straight away.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Thanks, Corey. Appreciate you. Right, let's see. I'm going to watch the Force India. I'm going to watch the Force India of Goody. He's going to be a quick man. So let's see what he can do. He's on the ultra softs. He's coming to the line, and he's into the pit lane. Scuba,
Well,
please set a lap.
Corsa right now has actually put me under the floor on my screen. We're good. We're back in. Okay. So Corsa went through the floor. It's fine. It's, he's doing what Scuba should be doing, going swimming.
Right. Well, I just caught Jake completely miss the chicane on the Mistral Straight, and go straight on at full speed through the polystyrene boards as he tries to get back to the pit lane in time.
Yeah, 4 minutes to go. It's going to be running very tight, actually. So these drivers want to be getting out around about 3 minutes. They want to do one, maybe 2 quick flying laps, of course. But we'll see what happens.
This is a real shake-up in quali, can I just say?
Yeah.
We've never seen... Well, Abby started down in 15th last time. He didn't actually set a qualifying lap because it was a mixed session of wet and dry, and he didn't get back out on the dries in time. So he started down to 15, but Weisling just isn't out on a lap right now, and he's usually one for pole. Let's see.
Quite a lot of drivers, if I may say. 12th all the way down. Of course, 13th, we believe's got a quali ban, but 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th all yet set a lap time. But Abby is now on a out lap, so hopefully we'll get the first true indication of the pace of that Toro Rosso here. The Honda engine, unlike real life, isn't blowing up. We'd say that might be poetic irony for next year for Red Bull, that the Honda engine blew up in the Red Bull's face. Hopefully, haven't going to curse that one. But we'll only see.
Right, we're now into the final phase of qualifying, and right now it's a very mixed up grid. We have a Mercedes and a Red Bull on the front row of Jordan and Zeta Mercedes, then Tao and Skeven, then Tim Veg and Scott. Now these guys have never been that far up, apart from Tao. He's at a pole position this year, so maybe he might be able to challenge. He's come back out on the Super Softs, interestingly enough, so he wants to try and get on that front row on the Super. Zeta Mercedes well up as well, but it could be some drivers' best grids.
Yeah, well, let's see, though. Abby starting their lap. So let's see, then. Down the straight, 205 miles an hour. Chuck it into the left-hander. He needs to really hook this one up if he wants to be in a shout. One's a bit wide in the exit turn. Well, that's compromised him a little bit there. Shouldn't do too much harm, though. Into this tricky little sequence, turn 4 and 5. Into the left, now down into turn 6, if I'm not mistaken there. Long right-hand. You really have to slow it down here. Len build the speed up there, about half throttle. Let the car just sit there. Now you go on full throttle. Let the car just run out as wide as you really want there on those curbs. Doesn't affect. As Gavan has decided he's had enough there and decided to park it somewhere on the circuit there. Let's see, like, down the straight. Not really going that quickly, that Toro Rosso low. It's really slow for some reason there. About 20 miles an hour slower than the Ferrari, so that doesn't look very promising, Steve.
No, it doesn't. He's actually not using any ERS, so he's saving all his ERS for an attack next lap.
For one more.
Yeah, it looks like it. So Zeta Mercedes is retired. So he's happy with what he's done. Weisling's about to go on to a lap right now. And
Ollie on one as well.
I've just seen drivers are actually complaining about the sun shining into their faces in turn 1, which is making it difficult to see where they're going to turn.
Yeah, I would say something that is real life. I remember the drivers complain about, of course, because it's about 4 p.m. In game time. I think this race begins. So around about 3:30 in quali. So the sun is really starting to set, of course. What they really want is some cloud cover ready to come over. There's a few clouds you can see there down towards turn 1, but fortunately they're all below the sun line, which isn't helping the drivers. You can just see there, as I was on board with the Williams. It's really difficult to see around this section of the circuit.
Oh, Jake, P2.
Shadow up to P2.
Good job,
and
Jake.
Came out of nowhere. Where is the Toro Rosso's low? They're still on their lap. They'll have one more attempt.
That's mega.
Decided to bail out of it.
Yeah, Weisling's bailed out of his lap indeed. Abby is on a lap. He's using that ERS. He's in mode 5. But it's
comes to the line. Let's see.
CSR Ollie, 6th fastest. Good job. That's super close, can I just say, from 4th, 5th, and 6th. A couple of...
Now we're ready for Goody to set a lap time. We've got both the Toro Rossos and, of course, the Williams, who's living up to his expectations of being down the back. Down the back in the Williams. It's fitting in a retirement there for Ollie, so he's happy with that. Can these Toro Rossos get themselves off the back row of the grid? You can only imagine. Here goes then. Let's see. First lap led Prix coming up now. And
Corey! 29.2 on the supers. What a lap from Corey. He's pulled that one out of the bag. Wow, wow, wow. And can I just say, Jordan's not going to improve because he's backed out of his lap. Neither is Jake. Oh, Abby goes second fastest.
He's not done it.
He's not done it, though.
All down
to Wisleg.
Yeah, it's all down to Wisleg.
Oh, he's run wide. He's run wide.
That's going to cost him a load of time there. So that he can still improve, love. He can still easily get top 6. Look how close they are. The entire field separated by just under 9 seconds. But let's see, though, into the chicane. Really took this up low. So the best he'll do is probably P7, I think. Let's see how good it is, like. Really hook it up here. What's that ERS drop low? Revving up very high revs there. Just letting the car rev into its limits there. Up to 8th there into the little tricky right hand. Easy to lose that rear end, especially here as well. It's just swoop it through. 4th gear, they'll go down 2, then back on the power hit. This corner here, easily 4th, maybe 3rd if they really want it, but 4th the ideal there. And 3rd. And back up the power again, a bit wide again, compromises him a little bit here into these last couple of corners. Not a good lap, but let's see what he can do into the last corner. 2nd down to 1st, really get that front end turned in. He's run out of deployment.
It looks good.
Line. Can he get that car up? He's
no.
P17. Can he go P5?
Now, the last guy across the line is gonna be it's gonna be Will and Tierra Button. So watch for these guys. Where's Will gonna go? He's going to come up the grid to 5th. Tierra Button, he's a quick man. He comes across the line. But no, it's a 38.7, so he's had a mistake somewhere. Welcome back to pole position, Corey. He hasn't been on pole position since Australia. So that's a really good sign for him. And crucially, Abby's qualified on the front row. A couple of positions ahead of his teammate. He needs to outscore him to keep himself in the Championship 5. But once again, great job to Jordan and to Jake for their fantastic qualifying right there. But interestingly enough, all the guys who went quickest were all on the super softs, which is interesting to me when the softest compound isn't the quickest.
Must not be just rubbering in there. Maybe they should have taken Shadow saying he bottled his lap so bad. So that could be interesting. Personal best of a 29.1
on supers.
Now for the race, the weather I do not know. Maybe you have a bit of an insight into the weather. But it'll be interesting. We'll see what happens.
Right, there's your...
So going into...
So, 1.8 seconds separate 15 drivers. Very close. But it's Corey back on pole position with Abby alongside him. 100th of a second separating himself and Jordan. Then Jake with one of his best qualifyings. Will up in 5th. Wisek down in 6th. Zeno Mercedes 7th. Scuba in 8th. Tao in 9th. And Skeven running at the top 10. Ollie will have free tyre choice in 11th. Tim Veg 12th. Scott 13th, Goody 14th, Costa 15th, Tierra Button, and further down, I don't know. So we'll see.
The entire grid, of course, apart from the one who didn't set a lap, of course, for that quali ban as well down the back. So it's going to be an interesting grid. It's going to be interesting to see what they can do down at turn 1.
It is dry.
Formation laps on, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
Not? Yeah. So let's play a game called How Many People Will Get Disqualified on the Formation Lap? The game me and Soup used to play. I presume 3 people. So let's see how close I can get. So what's your prediction?
Well, I'm going to actually go with... I'm going to go with 3.
In the chat, how many people are you going to get disqualified on the formation lap? Let's get a discussion going.
Right, so...
And who do you think is going to win it? Well, it's going to be difficult to, because as you see in real life, it's really good. If you're 3rd place, you're in the ideal opportunity to slipstream and slingshot down the inside to turn 1. But remember... Just don't take out the Mercedes, which is up the front somewhere. There is a Mercedes in a Red Bull.
It's in 3rd. There's a Ferrari, a Red Bull, and a Mercedes all in the top 3. It's not raining. It's weird. We're 8 rounds into the season and we have not had a wet race. So
go on the formation lap then. So everyone streaming away one by one. A few cars at the back not starting that quickly there, but eventually. All the cars off the grid in the end. Yes, we have everyone down to the back of the grid, and the Williams away as well. So we're all underway on the formation lap there, and you can see all the dust soup on this circuit. It's going to be difficult getting these tyres into the operating window.
Yeah, and I have actually seen it is quite easy to overheat the tyres here in Paul Ricard. So that's why a lot of the guys, I think, have gone for the harder compounds. Now, most of the guys outside the top 10 have gone for the Supers, apart from 2 guys down the back. That's Costa and Tierra Button who've gone for the soft tyres. They're trying to go, I reckon, soft to ultra soft. So going to go deep into this race. But I think it's going to be... The surface is quite abrasive, so I wouldn't put it past people doing a 2-stop here. But we'll see what happens when we get round to the grid.
Keep an eye on Costa and Button, is like you said, Soup. Those alternate strategy, as well as Solid Assassin on the Ultras, and as well as Tahoo on the Ultras. They're going to be interesting. They're going to be stopping earlier. But can they get those the cars in the race?
Right, I have some news. Rain at the very end of the race.
Aha.
Okay, so it's probably not going to rain enough, but it might just get wet enough on the last lap that drivers are sliding around and dying. So this is good for the likes of Costa and Button then down the back, because they're starting on the soft tyres. Oh, almost a crash there. That's the Mercedes and Scuba coming very close together there. That could have been a little bit reckless. Almost had 2 people disqualified. Surprising though, keeping it nice and clean, no one's been disqualified. So I'm disappointed.
I'm disappointed as well. I say that as they all are battling now into the last corner. This could be interesting. But
Adam Ackle's making them wait. He had a quali ban, so he's starting down right down the back in 17th place. And so
might get told off for that, I think. There, if I'm not mistaken, tyres do cool down. So
apparently
cheeky tactics there. Might get himself in a bit of trouble for going that slowly. Ferrari, Toro Rosso, Mercedes, McLaren. That's your top 4. 4 different engine manufacturers, 4 different chassis. That's going to be interesting down to turn 1. Just waiting. And the man at the back there with the green flag. He's ready to go. Yellow's already coming out. 5 lights. And let's go racing. It takes an age. A very long age. And they are underway. And that is a good start from Corsa. We blasted off the start then. And we're going to see everyone clean to turn 1. There we are. The Mercedes having a look up the inside. Like I said, so he's diving up the inside. We're going to see it all clean through. Just about. I see in the background that car's bunching up. The Mercedes runs really wide there. A silent assassin. But have we got it all clean at the back? Yes, it looks like.
Oh, they're 4 wide in the background. Evil. Oh, they're 4 wide in the background. What? Oh, there's a crash. Ollie's off.
Say that. I have said that.
You have in fact cursed it. Oh, guys, keep calm down. Right, so I think he's got. Here comes Will on Jake. He had a little look there, but he couldn't quite get the slipstream. But Corey got him. He didn't actually get the best getaway. It was actually Jordan who got the initial getaway. He had a look on the inside. But again, like I said,
way down this straight. So look at this. They're all look at them all. There's the Red Bull going down the outside of the Renault there, and he gets through.
Yeah, Weisig just got Scuba. Just trying to see who's...
There's a full trainer cars there. It's 7th all the way down to 17th there, all in one shot. They've got the top 6 altogether in one shot as well. So very close field here. But up front of it's Corso who leads away, running wide. There goes Scuba. The Mercedes up the inside there in the Red Bull. But he gets through, I think. Yes, he has. The Williams might dive up the inside again. Yes, he does in frustration. In the background, the other Red Bull having a battle with the Renault there. So they're bunching up together now. On board with the Red Bull as he goes through the corner. And let's see, just out of Scuba there. I think just too far back he is. Less he is. So everyone just about relaxing there. As Costa, I believe, to dive up the inside there. And I think someone went to go in the pits. Yes, coming in the pit down the back. It's one of the Hasses.
Yeah, Tierra Button. Costa's actually the biggest mover out of everybody. He's managed to make up 4 positions on 1 lap, and that's crucial for him because he is on the soft tyre. He's almost in the points already, so that's a good job from him. Wising into 7th place, and no real moves up front in the end, actually. Everybody kind of stayed in the same place, but there's just for some reason, the top 6 have broken away. Sorry
to interrupt you, Super. Costa here having a battle with Stephen there. He's side by side, running a bit off the road there as he got through in the end. All very bunchy together. This might allow that Ferrari of Forest Cage to get a mega tow here. There goes one. He will pull to the outside again as the Rebel says, I'll go to the inside. You can have the outside, my friend. Covers him off in the end. He got through ahead of the Haas. No, he hasn't. They're all still very together here. It's turning into quite a little battle here. The behind them, we've got to look out for Goody as well in the Force India, but let's see Slipstream up the inside. That'd be brave. We wouldn't try that the inside on the first lap. Backs off of it very wisely so. Meanwhile, bit of a battle here going on. Tim the Vegetable there closing up on Scuba. And he's ahead of Costa there. So Costa Coffee still not doing well in the Red Bull. They've got a new sponsor. So Costa been fired from Costa Coffee. He's Costa Red Bull now. So there we go.
Yeah, Weislig not really on the pace right now. He's about 2 seconds behind the top 6 who've just broken away at this point. Abby with the fastest lap. After this lap, we're going to see the DRS. So
yes,
Abby's going to have... Yeah, DRS enabled this lap, of course. So Abby's 0.7 of a second behind. Jordan is dropping away from the top 2. Jake is kind of sticking with them. Then Will and Tao.
Have a massive run here, yeah. So look at this. Will really with Shadow here, so that could be interesting. Silent Assassin just ahead of him there, just lurking like a little assassin. Might be assassinated if he's not too careful though. So the assassin could be the one who's being assassinated. Let's see, like bad exit there from Will, but a good exit from Shadow here, puts him right on the back of Silent Assassin. Now, how strong is the DRS here? Very strong
Jake.
is the answer, because oh my dear lord,
Jake,
and here comes the McLaren. I'll do
it. That was
now
close.
On the outside here, he'll get a good exit if he's good enough. Can't do it. Now he gets in the slipstream there.
Keeping an eye up front as well.
Inside here, this could end in tears, boys. Be careful here, up the inside. Whoa. Can he do it side by side? A bit of a touch there, so as he's still up the inside, he's still there.
Watch for the other Mercedes.
The other Mercedes says, thank you very much, I'll have that Bottas. And there goes Will there, so
Tao had a bit...
has been assassinated.
Tao had a bit of a moment behind as well. Jake did well to hold on there, but Abby's all over Corey up front. So he's going to have DRS down the main straight here. It's not going to be that effective, but he's going to get himself a good toe. And keep an eye on the background as well, between the Mercedes of Will, and you can just see as well Tao's having a look on Jordan now. On the inside, couldn't quite find the room there.
A bit too far back there. It's going to be difficult. Turn 1, though I say that, rear ends of the Mercedes nearly led, so the Sauber definitely doing what Saubers do best, and that's being very quick down the straight. Has on the inside, won't do it there, has to back off again. That'll be contact. There is. Still pushing it. Now let's go up front though. Look at Forza and Abby here.
Yeah, here we go.
A switch for the lead suit.
Easily.
There's no argument about that. Straight through without even anything. If I say that, better be jump forward and back, and I think he's just through. Yes, he has. So a new lead change, but the main thing is, bit of a lock up.
Yeah, next lap. Behind as well. Weislig's getting involved now. There's wing damage for one car. That was for, I don't know who that's for Jordan. Disaster.
Assassin, I think.
Yeah, he had to cut the corner.
Yeah.
That's a shame for him.
Stop go as well. That's very harsh, in my opinion. The penalties, of course, being as harsh as the FIA on Alonso earlier.
Yes.
See, now we got Whizzle there, trying to whizzle up the inside of Tahu. Let's see if he can do anything. No opportunity really right now. But we're still on the back of Shadow. Coming down the field, by the way. A huge scrap, by the way, around Forest and Goody here. There's a little mold there. Renault, the Haas, the Ferrari, and is that the Force India all together? Yes, it is. So a huge trail of cars. This could be very interesting later on.
Yeah, especially when we get around to the pit stop phase. Costa's in the points on the softs, and just Jordan's in now because he had wing damage. He's getting that repaired. So he's also on the ultra softs. That wouldn't have helped him either. But you can see Abby's up front, broken out of the DRS range already, 1.3 ahead, and Jake is now just creeping into that DRS.
Oh, it's Tim the Vegetable there, gets a penalty, and that's not going to do him very good in his nice banana car. But could be worse, behind Costa, in that Red Bull, trying to catch up to Scuba here, who's done rather well for himself there. But Costa going through this field nice and quietly, so we haven't seen much of him here, but came from quite far down. Now he's in the point, so it's going brilliantly, isn't it?
Yeah, Costa's always been good at doing this. He took a few wins last season. But here he comes on Scuba, DRS open, no contest really. On the inside, he's definitely going to fight it. He's always
bit of contact.
A bit more than a bit of contact. That was a hefty punt in the side pod. But Costa's now going to get the slipstream up the hill, and Jake is right. He's right on Corey actually.
He's going to the outside here, so that's going to be even more braver than you think that. Let's see. If he keeps it here, he might be able to slingshot around the outside or try and get up the inside.
Sneak on up the inside, yeah.
Up the inside. That's brave, up the inside there. He's got it. Squeezes him wide. A bit of a... and off. And as he caught it, I think he's round.
No, he's caught it. He's caught it.
Big catch, yeah, but this is allowed Tim the Vegetable to catch back up there, and now we've got battle here as the Vegetable's under attack from a wild horse. He's trying around the outside into the last corner. I ended up in contact there, he's not careful.
Right, back up front for a moment, because Jake is going to make the move for second place on Corey. Corey's dropping away, Jake's into second place now. Did super well, Will's all over him as well. So whatever happened, Corey's just dropping away like a stone.
Indeed, so that's a real shame. Something's definitely not right with that Ferrari, but should get him back low down the straight if he's close enough. DRS is strong, but look for Will here in the Mercedes. He's going to get a double toe if he doesn't do that, however. Getting a bit wayward there. Shadow just waltzing away low. So, Forza seems to be under serious pressure here, and I think he's going to lose another position here. Let's see. He's going to have to go defensive. How strong is DRS on DRS suit? Let's see. Outside, I don't think he's going to do it there. Has to back off as Button gets another penalty there down the back.
Yeah, so let's see. Can he get the run? No, not really. He's using up a lot of ERS at the same time. So it's not going to help him. He's going to get the run up towards the right-hander. Not going to have a move, but maybe potentially going to sneak one up the inside of this next section now. Corey's already going a little bit defensive. Watch for Will now, trying to maybe just sneak one up the inside here. Tries, couldn't quite find the room.
While Ollie there having a battle with Scuba, I think there. So Ollie just got past Scuba. He drops down another position there in the Williams. So it's gone from bad to worse for him. This train though, very close together, and that's all been led by Costa here, who is in P7, doing a good job so far in the Red Bull. Just behind his
Korean
teammate actually in P6.
Very early stop.
Early, super soft tyres. Not expecting him to go that early. Soft tyres. Now he's going to go to the end. Yeah, that will easily do 20 odd laps. Rain expecting in the end, of course. So let's see what he'll do. If they do have to go on intermediate tyres, that's a question. We'll have to find out later on. But there's a 3-second penalty there for Steven. That's not going to help him in the long run either. So penalty galore today here in Paul Ricard. A circuit that's known to be very harsh on penalties, isn't it, Sue?
Yeah, it is, because it's just a giant car park, really. So it's easy to find. There's Tao picking up one as well. Will now on the back of Jake with the DRS. Abby is 2.2 seconds up the road. Weisig in 4th there. Costa is actually, right now, 9 positions up from where he started, so he's doing an excellent job there.
Indeed, battle here, though, between the Haas Ferrari and the Renault in a, not that order, but the banana in a rather sandwich like the vegetable. So let's see what low that Tim can do. Let's see. Flores just sitting behind here, just waiting his opportunity here, trying to see if Veg goes for up the inside of Skeven anytime soon, then capitalise. Although I say that, where's that come from? There's the Sauber saying, well, you're not going to wait there, I'm going around the outside. And
very nice move.
Well, where did that come from? I wasn't seeing that then. Well, fair play from Ollie there, sneaking up the outside there. So he's got it done, and that is... I'm lost for words, I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, he was just lining him up, and in comes Scott. And watch for the Force India, maybe. Yeah, Force India in as well, very slowly. You got a yellow flag in Sector 3 for something or other. I think I might have been just for Goody going slowly into the pit lane.
Yeah, maybe. Williams down the back line. So both going for a long race there for the pair of them. So let's see what they can do. Let's see where Scuba's going to come out actually soon, because he was the nearest car to Forrest, I think. So he'll be very close. Let's see where he is compared to him.
Yeah, he's come out in front. He's come out in front of Jordan as well. After all of that. So Jordan, after starting on in 3rd place, all the way down in 14th. Unfortunate for him. Back to the battle for 2nd. Jake going defensive towards the right hander, because you can see that his mirrors are full of that Mercedes at this point.
Yeah, a little bit far back, but remember, Super Soft versus Super Soft, so it's going to be a definite straight fight then. Expect them to go, presumably, and well, that's not going to help him. One there. That's not going to help at all, but presumably they'll go for the soft tyre Super or Ultra Soft. It's going to be difficult on those Super Softs, really, to decide their strategy, isn't it? Yeah,
I most likely probably going to go for softs. Ollie's had a big oversteer moment there. He managed to catch it, but he lost a chunk of time off the back of Tim Veg there. So
yeah, and The banana keeps it. Well, the banana car keeps ahead there. With the vegetable driving it, he's still behind Skeven, who's doing a brilliant job in the Haas, to be honest. Topic of Renner, of course. Now, if you haven't watched the race, you should have watched the race because something I haven't seen since I've done anything like that on Project Cars is flip a car over that easily. If I say that, here goes the Renault trying up the inside of a Haas, and ironically,
payback.
It's a Haas and a Renault battling. Yeah, of course, Hulkenberg, if you haven't seen it, Hulkenberg was murdered by Grosjean in the most Maldonado fashion in history, even though it was a racing incident. And fair play to Grosjean is just how he spoke after it. He was really concerned. Well, there goes the Renault. Probably waving many French baguettes at the Haas, who actually taps the rear end there of the vegetable there.
We do forget it is Renault's home race here. Up front, actually, Will's having a look on Jake down the inside. Has he made that one stick? Jake's going to try and sneak it. Yeah, there's contact. Jake sneaks back up the inside. Clever driving. Now he won't know that Will's got a penalty.
He's damaged the front wheel. They'll come up the inside again. They're dive on. So this is getting a bit personal. He squeezed them out wide there. Still there. He's not given up. He'll have the outside here. He'll have the inside for the next corner.
He'll have DRS as well if he sticks behind.
Loses the rip.
So if he sticks behind, he'll have DRS. So does he peel in? Nope, he doesn't come in. Meanwhile, Costa's on the back of his teammate, who peels into the pit lane.
Straight away, so that ruins that one. And let's see, has got a very wayward Haas there. Still trying to chase down the Renault. So these two are going to battle. Look at the cloud suit, by the way. They're really coming over here over Paul Ricard. So I like the real life race. We definitely will have some rain in this race at some point. The question is he going to hit the last couple laps? Is he going to hit about 5-6 laps to go? That's the question.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see now. Where has Zeta Mercedes?
Again.
Yeah, Skeven, he's really...
Oh, we got a car out! Oh my dear lord!
Skeven's died.
Absolutely gone off there.
Right, on board with Corey.
And gone simply horrifyingly wrong there with the Haas. I can only imagine there was contact there or something.
Oh, Jake's got a penalty now. Right, so that makes this battle for second pretty much useless, because now Weislig's into second place, essentially.
That was a very weird contact, or whatever happened. The car just suddenly just flung off left. Looked like it got on the curb and just dropped it, or front end switched around. You've seen it before in real life, the front end just does that, but I've never seen it in the game that vicious. Snap of the car. It's a horrible accident.
Well, these guys have, right now, because of their penalties, have pretty much just gifted Weislig second. Because he's 1.6 behind. He's chipping away, and Weislig, his characteristic of his driving, well, Jake's into the pit lane. Characteristic of his driving is he gets better as the stint goes on. So let's see. Jake's going to probably go into the soft tyre, I would imagine.
1-3 now for Toro Rosso there, so doing good. Now it's only got Mercedes in between them and well, the not the net lead, but of course the overall lead in the race so far. But Abby's doing a good job up front. He's just kind of just controlling it right now. A 2-second lead, not letting it go down too much to Will.
Where's Jake going to come out?
Yeah,
he's come out in clean air, actually.
Yeah, ahead of the Red Bull and behind the Sauber, who's coming up behind the Ferrari here, so that could be interesting.
Our pole sitter.
Ferrari. Both Ferrari engines. Let's see what they can do. Bit of a corner cut there, but they'll get away with it.
Yeah, it's actually technically a 1-2 for Toro Rosso, because remember, Will's got a 3-second penalty as Weislig gets it very sideways.
Inside goes Ollie, by the way, so I'm sorry to interrupt you. Up the inside goes Ollie. Let's try and pounce on the vegetable. Can't do it. Gets a good exit here. And let's see if we can slingshot one up the inside. Button gets another penalty meanwhile. Let's see, inside line. And let's see, this is going to be close. He'll have the inside, not really going to put up a fight on the outside, I don't think. Has to back off, very bravely does so. And just has to sit behind there in his banana. And just kind of wave the white flag there to the Sauber driver. Seems to got a bit more pace right now in this race.
Yeah, so after all that action, Costa, P4. All the softs, and in comes our race leader. Will follows.
And second.
Weislig does not, because he's going to get a double stop, so he's not going to go. He's obviously not going to do that. Costa's going to stay out. Of course, he's going to go a long way into this race now. Abby onto the soft tyre. Will onto the soft tyre. Now is he going to get held? He's going to come out in front. And we have a Sauber on the way as well. That's Ollie. So where's Abby gonna come out? He's gonna be watching. He's gonna watch for Jake. Well, Jake's a mile back actually. Well, Jake's not that far behind.
Yeah, it's not too far behind. He's going to come up very close to that Mercedes, actually.
Will's actually jumped him. Will's jumped him.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they'll say that, but DRS, and let's see what he can do. So the overcuts actually work there. So he must have made a mistake somewhere on the lap because got a heap of time. I can't really see the last lap, of course. Definitely made a mistake somewhere on that lap. But DRS, and I feel he'll come straight back through soon.
Yeah, well, he's used a lot of ERS, so we'll see how it goes. Let's see Jake in the slipstream and the DRS mode 4. Will's going to be using the same ERS mode, so let's see. He goes defensive. Jake moves to the inside. Dummies to the inside. Actually, not going to do it there.
Yeah, just have to sit behind, try and keep with him there. But remember, like, closely, especially on this game, the tyres really overheat when you're behind the cars. Like you said earlier, Soup, on this circuit, the tyres overheat a lot easier.
For whatever reason.
Especially with the load. Of course, it's one of the fastest circuits on the calendar. Most of the corners are just very, very fast right or left, so no really slow sections.
Wisely again.
Silent Assassin penalty. So Costa will leave this race, and he's going to go on for another about 5 or 6 laps, I feel.
He's on a good strategy right now, is Costa. So, wisely...
gambling on the rain too.
Maybe he is, but Tao, fastest lap on the soft tyre. He's done 7 laps on those. Corey's just behind them, and Costa's just got a penalty. As soon as I say it. Right, Wisely is going to come out. Where does he come out? There's a long stop, I think. He's going to come out right around where Jordan is. He comes out behind the Red Bull of ZR Mercedes. And Jake hasn't been able to make the move on Will.
I'd say impressive, by the way, from Veg, by the way, in P2. He hasn't stopped yet in the Renault, but going a long way. I'm surprised that car hasn't got a puncture so far. Those tyres must be screaming right now.
It's right on board. Have a look at the blisters. Oh dear.
Looking the most healthiest, as you can, and looks up a little bit there on the front there. Albert closing up as well, and I have to say, looking very good for Tahu, by the way, who is actually doing his best right now. He's going to be net leader, if I'm not mistaken.
He might be. If he can get those tyres to the end, is it the question? Oh, he's having a look on Tim Vane. Tim's not going to put it. Tim's not going to fight that too much, and he gets in front. So Tao, the question is, can he make those softs last a little bit more? Because if he can, masterclass. And also Corey, even after that instant at the start, or that early stop, he's got himself into a net P2.
Oh, as he rear ends the inside to the last corner. That was a bit brave there. Now we're going to see, I believe the Renault's coming in. Yes, he is. So getting off those horrible Red Bull tyres and getting on some nice banana yellow tyres. Abby gets flat, so flying in the Toro Rosso. Ahead of Will Shadow, who's starting to drop back now a little bit into the clutches potentially of Mercedes here. He's not too far back, a couple of seconds, so keep an eye on that. Where is Tim coming out, meanwhile? Just around about really far down.
Yeah, a lot. So, he's going to drop. He's going to just come out in front of Goody in the Force India, so he's come a long way out.
Yeah, it's really not worked for him there. Made that little mistake, cost him a heap of time here. But it is Costa still leading this race, of course. Lap 14, just half the race to go, give or take. So going quite well now for Costa. He just has to keep it there, and you can see the clouds really starting to come over now. Not really much blue sky left there. He's butting another penalty. He's going to get himself disqualified if he's not careful. That's 12 seconds of penalty, I think I've seen now from him. So one or two more, he might get trouble. Forrest and Ollie battling here down into the chicane. I think Ollie's just got ahead of the Ferrari. Yes, he has. Let's see though, can the Ferrari come back at all? Gets in the slipstream. Let's see. Won't do it on the inside there. That'll end in tears. Has to back off. Now let's see. Gets a good exit here, and he might be able to slip run up the inside here if he gets a good line. But Ollie, very decisive there. Very much the perfect line. Can't come through there. Right on the exit, but hits perfect there for Ollie.
Yep. So
up Silent Assassin.
Costa out in front by 7.3 seconds. Tao and Corey, now Abby's closing in very quickly on these guys. He's on fresh tyres, but he's using up the life in those tyres as he catches them. So And also, Will and Jake aren't really going to be factors because they have penalties.
Indeed,
I also think
one is
Tao and Corey may also have penalties. I'm not too sure.
I think everyone has got penalties.
Apart from Abby and Weisling, who are very, very good at avoiding penalties.
You say that, and then we'll now get a penalty next corner.
I almost had a heart attack because I just immediately had a 3-second time penalty pop up. It's for Goody.
Yeah, just Goody gets a penalty immediately. Not causes are closing up though. He's not giving up his fight for second, which will be a lead, of course, once the leader comes in, whenever that is. It's got to be now, Soup, I think.
It's going to be short.
You think 10 laps, 15 laps, well, 13 laps. Ultra Soft, you think they can make it that long, or do you think Super Soft?
I think he's going to have to go super soft. He'll be marginal when he can bring. He should be able to bring those to the end. They're going to be right on the limit, but he should be able to bring them to the end because those softs are very blistered, especially on the left.
Yeah, yeah, you can really see a massive grain there. You can see that maybe a few spots of rain. I don't think so there, but definitely looking like it's coming in. So soft tires are going to come off, and we just see supers on that Red Bull. Let's see.
Yes,
see.
super softs.
Super soft tires.
Tao in the lead.
Now it's going to be, Sauber Ferrari, head of Ferrari, and let's see though. Closes right up, does the leading Ferrari cars. And let's see though, we're going to see much of a fight from the Sauber. And unlike real life, I presume the Sauber's a little more free to battle the Works team.
I'd imagine
I don't
so.
think it's going to be too much of a fight though. Let's see. Slipstream, and I fear it might be over before it begins really. We come towards pretty much the motorway section here. Behind them then, Abby's going to be sitting behind. Let's see, Slipstream. Quite far back actually, so I'll have to go defensive here. I'll have to go defensive.
Whoa, he lets him through.
And, yeah. Oh, contact!
That's lag. That is definitely lag we just saw right there. But Corey takes the lead.
Yeah.
Of the French Grand Prix. And just for reference, we'll just see Wisely making the move on ZR Mercedes behind on the Red Bull, and he's made that one work into Toro Rosso. Costum did come out in 8th place, just ahead of Ollie, so he's now going to have to put a big push on, but it is, as he said, it's getting very dark.
Scuba and Silent Assassin, they just got battling there. Scuba and Silent Assassin there squirming on that power there. You can see the clouds coming over very quickly. I think we're going to have a massive rainstorm Soup in the last minute. Here comes Forrest, by the way, trying on the outside. That's brave. Oh! Silent Assassin wayward. I mentioned that earlier, Soup, didn't I? That corner can catch you out if you've got tyres that are overheating. And definitely a victim there. The tyres are definitely going to be they're probably going to be hot, but they're going to be cool as well because the track temperatures are going to be coming down quite rapidly.
Yeah.
And we see rain in the distance starting to bubble over, so it's coming very quickly with 10 laps to go.
Yep, and Tao not giving up the fight.
Silent M, so he's bailed out of that one there, so Tyre's definitely dying. Now we're going to see a return favour here from the Sauber back to the Ferrari. Let's see, Slipstream down the old motorway, and let's see. To me to you, that's the old quote there from the Chocolate Brothers. Let's see, to me to you, let's see, Slipstreaming. And let's see, is he going to have one on the inside? Has to go to the outside, has to back off there. To sit behind on those tyres that have been going for a long old while. In the background, 2 seconds, there's the Toro Rosso. Now let's see how long it's going to be until that Toro Rosso can try and come through.
Indeed. So, yeah, 10 laps to go next time by. Tao pushing on, he's using a lot of ERS, and these guys have used up a lot of their electrical deployment fighting with each other. Abby's just kind of managing his ERS behind for an attack. He's keeping that gap stable at about 1.8 to 2 seconds.
Noticing Will here getting a little bit under pressure here from, Wiz, sorry, so getting under pressure from the Mercedes there, like Red Bull Mercedes. Just going to call him ZR for now.
Yeah, Wisely just passed him. That's why he's close.
So, didn't spot that. It's a good spot there. So the Red Bull being showed up there by its sister team. I mean, what? Down the back, TR Button, not TR Button. It'd be good to see him in the league. But Button and Adam there having a bit of a battle there. Let's see up the inside there goes the Williams. The Hassler running himself rather off the road there. And I'm surprised he doesn't get a penalty from that one. Or at least that's let him back through. But very argy-bargy down the back right now. Up front, still 3 tenths between the top two.
Yeah, the question is, which one of them has penalties. Well, here comes Tao. I think it's going to be a swap right here. He's closer than he was last time. Pull to the inside. DRS open. Should have it done before the corner. Corey lags in front. Tao on the inside. Should be easy. Oh, Corey holds it around the outside. Well done to the Ferrari right there. Nicely done. So, let's see. He's going to get the slipstream, but this is allowing Abby to close in.
Yeah, 1.2 now is dead down the back. I mentioned those two are close. I think they've actually gone in both sides of go corner cutting. Meanwhile, Tahu's still trying to come through. Still pressurising as hard as he can. Still can't do it. But the thing is, let's see. 10 to go. We've got 3 cars, well, 4 cars really in shout of winning this race because Will is not too far behind these guys.
Can you check how many of these guys have penalties?
We may be here for a while, but yes. Right.
Well, does Corey, Tao, Abby, or Will have penalties? So, keeping an eye on the battle. Lap 19 of 27. Tao down towards turn 1. Not going to be able to make a move with the DRS there. Well, Corey's got a penalty now. So
yeah, Tao's got a penalty.
Corey's just got one. Right, so Abby's easily got the victory. If he just sticks here. Yeah. So.
Yeah, 6-second penalty left for Tao there in second, it looks so far. In a maybe a 3-second.
Here comes Tao again. And it looks like he's going to be able to get past Corey this time with DRS open. And he has got that done. So this is a genuine fight for position, but Abby's just hanging back because he's the only one out of the top 4 that actually doesn't have a penalty. So unfortunately,
but, yeah.
It's kind of ruined the battling a little bit.
Well, we'll just imagine the penalties aren't there and carry on our merry way. Further down the field, by the way, still Button and Adam battling there down the back potentially, so keep an eye on that potentially. No real other battles going on apart from the top 2 though, so.
Yeah, now, of course, Abby taking the win would really, really help his championship to close up in the standings. And well, also penalties make it confusing as to who's gonna end up where. So Abby's now within DRS of the top 3. Oh, how this would be fun if there wasn't any penalties.
Indeed, it's going to get very saucy either way. It's the top 4 altogether within one very big camera shot. A bit wide there for the Ferrari.
This is one of Corey's best performances all season right here. He only has one podium.
Closing up rapidly. So now the Toro Rosso's thought, you know what? I want this win outright, even though I'm going to win it with penalties. I want this victory on paper. But look at the clouds. I think we're going to start seeing the first spots of rain soon, Soup, aren't we?
I think so. Interestingly, right? Well, I'll come back to my point in a second. Here comes Abby on Corey. There's a little bit of lag there, I think, as Abby tries to come down the inside of Corey, steaming down the inside in the Toro Rosso. Corey sticks his nose into contact, and on the way out, Abby's through. He gets a little bit of oversteer, so Corey will have another pop at him on the inside.
That's going to be brave. He will have to back off. Does do so. Very fitting there. Now back to you, Sue. Where were we?
Well, if Weisig were to win this race, he'd come within a point of the championship lead. That's how big this is. So, Weisig down in 6th. If Abby takes a full 25 points, 6... Well, actually, no. Never mind. My maths is wrong. He would come within about 3 points of the championship lead.
Oh, meanwhile, so out of nowhere, Goody's decided to come into this battle now. Is all of a sudden, well, the Williams had rain. We've got rain, Soup. It's raining. It is raining
in Paul Ricard. Oh, welcome back to...
That's going to put a spanner in the works, isn't it?
Now, the man who's going to benefit the most is nobody, because they've all stopped. But, Corey's on the oldest tyres, 14 laps. And Costa, that kind of wouldn't... That's really not worked in his favour.
Indeed, so.
It is raining.
The question is, how heavy does it rain? How quickly is it? Well, you can say it's very heavy because look at the back of the circuit, chucking it down. And you can only say that this is going to get very spicy very quickly.
Well, this is the first bit of rain we've had in a race in ILR2 in all season. So Abby trying to look for that lead. he knows he needs to do it now as he gets a little bit on the curb. And this is where it becomes treacherous.
Yeah, pushing it too hard. I want to keep off those curves now, especially down there into that chicane, because it's going to be very difficult. Look at them all going wayward there into the corner. We're going to see someone off there.
It's very heavy rain. It is heavy.
They're going to have to come into. They're going to have to come in very quickly for intermediate tyres, because look at it. It's chucking it down in the back of the circuit. I said it looked like there was going to be a downpour. Look at them all.
They're sliding.
Surely.
They're waiting for
they're going to come in.
No, they're waiting for the DRS disable sign, because that's the crossover. So they're waiting. Too massively wide.
It's going to be too risky. Look how
there it is.
On the circuit.
Perfect timing.
They're going to come in now. They're all going to dive in. Are we going to see anyone not dive in though? Surely they are. They all come in a massive train.
Yep, all for Inters. Massive downpour. Now, is it going to rain heavy enough for the full wets?
Indeed, that's the question. And look at them all, just trickling the car up in the background. The two Red Bulls off there.
That's big.
That is Mercedes off. He can't get the power on. He's just going to get it in the pit lane. Sauber off as well. They're all struggling. None of them get the power on soon. Look at this.
Well, Avi leads the train out as the Inters come on. And everybody's in. It's a double stack for Red Bull, so that held him up. So now they got to accustom to a new driving style in the wet. Who's the best in the wet? Sector 3. There's
Yellow
obviously
flags moved
it's
up
Jordan.
Assassin. Yep, spinning it there then. So he's gone on the power too early. No power left. Have to say, Son Assassin is probably the worst place he could be right now, last circuit. Yellow flags flying in sector 3 still. And that is Adam who's gone off there down towards the pit lane. So Assassin, can he get that car in the pit? That's the question. Just about. Power on, and look at them all battling here in the pit lane now. So the vegetable there of Tim, who's been overtaken by Button now. So Button in the wet, starting to come back through now. So not going to be the end of the world there.
Yeah, and just to say, most of Costa's best results last season came in the wet. So let's see what he can do. He's ways behind Weislig. Weislig actually was the big gainer in that, because he's managed to close up within 0.7 of a second. And Will is all over Corey up front.
Yeah, looking him here. Look at see, Corey's got a mistake.
On the outside.
On the curve. Lost it there a little bit around the outside. No prisoners from Will there. Comes straight through like a bullet there. And
Great move.
That's what a small mistake can do. Big consequences. And that was brilliant.
So, Weislig, he needs to minimise the damage of the championship, because right now, Abby is set to come within 3 points of the championship lead. So he's going to come really close anyways.
Need to really pounce on Shadow here. Sun's still in the sky there, but look how wet it is on the back of the circuit.
Oh, there goes
Tara Ross down the inside. And, well, I said he had to make the move quickly. Wasn't expecting to be that quickly. Come straight through. It definitely looks like Wiz had a setup maybe more for the wet, because he's very quick all of a sudden.
Yeah, maybe he was banking on the wet. And
yeah.
Speaking of people who are going quickly, Will is catching our race leader.
He is, so it's not all over yet. And then Will, of course, I think has a penalty. I couldn't see it.
He does.
Might have a penalty.
He does.
He does. Spot it there, so everyone has penalties part P5. So P5 actually, I believe, hasn't got a penalty, especially I looked, didn't seem to have one. He could really benefit here, because so who's got a 6-second time penalty? So he's going to come into there soon.
He might just get 4th off Tau.
Or maybe 3rd. Let's see. How quick is Wizlan in these conditions? And let's see, though, how quick Will is, because that gap's closing.
It is closing.
Still, we see any battles going on. Shadow's still trying to keep with Wiz there, but Wiz pop, and can't do a lot about that as he runs away. Hopefully that's not the engine sound of the Toro Rosso. Button another penalty there, and I have to say, not going well there.
It's typical. The one race that Owen White does not turn up, it rains.
Yes. However, the man who normally brings the rain is here.
Yeah, which obviously means that next week it is also going to rain.
Yes. Let's see, like, as cars are stuck behind a lot of cars. You can see him struggling here, so definitely could be an option here. And I have to say, look at the gap there between Wiz and Tahu. How big of a gap is it? It's about 5 seconds, so
5.5 seconds.
Oh,
Abby's lost it! Abby's disconnected! Oh, our race leader's disconnected. Unbelievable.
And, well, that...
Oh,
is
what a
a
disaster.
shocker.
I have literally just cursed him. Will is into the lead of the French Grand Prix. Corey behind.
Can he get back into it? If he can, he just needs to... If he can get back in, he just needs to stay there.
Oh, what a
This is
disaster.
going to have a colossal effect on the championship. Luckily, though, he should still get around about 6th or 7th then. This depends really on how slow that AI is going. It's going at a decent rate, so he might get lucky.
He's lost 4th. He's lost 3rd, actually. He's off the podium. Weisling has been thrown a lifeline. He's now come... Abbey was about to have a gap of 5 points in the championship. That's now going to just stay around about 18, 17 now. And if he can't get back, Weisling's actually going to end up in front of him. And if he's not careful...
He's going to get a podium out of this if he's not careful, as well as Forrest gets a penalty. That's not going to have too much effect down the back, unfortunately. But when I say that, I do say it's going to have effect. Like, there goes Button, though. I'll be quiet. It goes around the outside. And, well, okay, maybe that does have an effect.
Weisling gets him. He's into 4th, and he might, as you said, grab a podium thanks to penalties.
Yeah, so this has been not only an upset, this has been a shocker here. And Paul Ricard is the commentator's curse has struck again here on round 8. Of course, next week we'll be going to Austria, as there now goes the ILR shadow going through, and he's going from bad to worse. How far down the field is he going to go?
I really don't know. It's
not good.
Yeah, I'm a little bit lost for words. He has not taken a single podium nor win this season, and he's up the front. Believe it or not, Abel, he's finished a grand total of 2 races all season. Best finish of 5th, and he's in the race lead of the French Grand Prix. This is a massive upset.
Whilst one Mercedes up front and the other Mercedes down the back, and that's to say that is a massive change. In comes in full wet from Forrest, so he's gone on the full wet.
Scott's doing that for the banter. Scott is doing that for the banter.
Going for a gamble. And if that is for banter, or is there more rain coming? Because it's definitely looking heavy. It's heavy, but is it heavy enough for those wets? Is this an inspired decision here from the
I think it's just too late. I think it's a bit too late.
Or is it just a Ferrari strategist bottling it? Let's see if he can catch up to Silent Assassin, though. But 7th place is just dropping down the field. He might get lucky here and just scrape through in 10th, so it might be 1 point. But that is gotta be just gut-wrenching.
It's a colossal blow to his championship. So
only they're battling with the Red Bull here, and that's brave there from JR there. I think just got through there. ZR, my apologies there, coming through. I think he's just got past Ollie, who's starting to struggle in these conditions there. Oh, big tank slapper there.
Yeah. By the looks of things, oh well, Sector 3, we've got a problem. That's not. I'm trying to see who that was. Oh, I think it might have been. Abby's got back. I think he's got back.
Yes, he is back in.
Sort of.
So now the question is, can he get that car back up through the field slightly and get that deficit down ever so slightly? It's not going to come down at all.
Oh, Scott's out.
We've got Forrest off.
Well, that's
it's been a horrifying accident.
That tells you how good the wets were.
Yes, brilliant, as it turns out.
So, Abbey, the best he can hope for is 7th place. Because his head Mercedes is 11 seconds behind his teammate. And Costa might get 5th place. He's right on the back of Jake all of a sudden.
He's flying all of a sudden here. And look at the gap load. Who's not giving up this 2nd position here? But look at Will. Waltzing away. Good, he gets a penalty.
Weisling might not get a penalty. Actually, Weisling mightn't get a podium with this red. He's right on the cusp.
Yeah.
So this battle here between Tao and Corey, at this rate, Tao, I think.
I lost.
Tao's
off goes calls up.
Oh, Corey's bottled it slightly, but yeah, Weisling's dropped out of the 6-second window. So there you have it. But Tao at this rate is actually going to take 2nd in the championship, or 3rd in the championship. Sorry, he's going to jump Scuba. So this is a really good challenge from Tao. But we're on to the final lap in Paul Ricard. Look who's out front. Who would have predicted that one?
No one. Well, Solid Assassin definitely didn't predict that penalty, but what an unpredictable racer in Paul Ricard's. The rain brings a shocker here in the middle of the the French Riviera, pretty much, pretty close to the sea. And I have to say, the weather's come in from the north. It's definitely turned it into a very interesting race. But is the battle for third still on? 6.1 seconds.
I don't think so. I think this battle for second is genuine. So, well, it depends if Tao has. Well, Tao has actually more penalties than Corey. So Corey, I think, it is guaranteed that second place. It would be a huge. And Wisely's got a penalty, so that puts an end to his chances. So there you have it. Will about to enter the final sector. He's 4 seconds clear of the Ferraris, or the two Ferrari-powered cars. Tao not giving up the fight at all, and Costa is having a go at Jake.
Yeah, let's see. That's going to be a last-gasp effort, lad. Let's see if he can come through. Button gets another penalty there down the back, but I would expect you to see a 15.
Here comes Costa.
Not going to do it there. I'll have to back off there. No way through. He'll end up in tears.
Oh,
now
he's having a look. There he goes.
He goes up the inside. Is he going to get a cut back low? No, he's not. Meanwhile, coming through the last two
I can't
corners.
believe this.
Who would have expected this one here?
Coming to the final corner, it is.
Comes through the last corner and, well, comes to the line in absolute glory here in the pouring rain, and Paul Ricard wins the French Grand Prix in a German car. Calls a P2. So who's going to finish P3?
And
Wiz is going to finish P4.
Fourth. Costa.
Yep, he is.
He's come from a long way back. He's going to take fifth place. Oh, well, Jake's got him anyway on penalties, so there you go. And what a... Just, you got to feel for this guy. Abby comes across the line. I think he's going to get a few positions on penalties. He gets 7th after all of that, leading from pretty much start to finish. And he ends up 7th.
Ollie P9. ZR going to be P10. Button. No, he's not going to finish.
I don't believe it.
Button.
And that is, believe it or not, that is his 7th DNF this season.
Well, good, well done, Goody. P11. You've got that P11. P12 there. Oh, Tim's got P11. The Vegetable's got P11.
And Jordan from 3rd on the grid, last.
Yeah, that's not gone well for the Mercedes. At least he's going to finish, you know, ahead of the people that side. But wow, shocker.
So, Wisely ended up 4th, so he did do a decent job. But for the first time this season, his first ever win, it is a Mercedes on the top step, which is the first time we've actually had a Mercedes on the top step. It's Will who wins. Corey back on the podium for 2nd place. His last podium was in Bahrain. And alongside him is the Sauber of Tao, who takes a 3rd place after his win last time out. And that puts him into 3rd place in the championship.
Well, that
Big
is
result.
Definitely a shock result. Well, your official rundown then, here in this beautiful, beautiful race, is going to be Will from Corsa, to who Wiz there in 4th, Shadow, Costa, Abby, then it's going to be Scuba, Ollie, Zedar, then Vegetable there in P11, Adam in P12, Goody, Silent Assassin, Button there in P15, retired on the line pretty much. Forrest had a massive off somewhere, and Skeven had some kind of implosion in the race as well. It's a penalty low. How many? Yeah, 15 seconds for quite a lot of people. Goody, Silent Assassin, Button, and Forrest, all 15-second time penalties there.
Heartbreak in the land of romance. Here in Paul Ricard. Abby disconnecting from the lead. Gifting Will his first win in ILR2. So, big day for him. Corey, so good to see him back on the podium. And Tao, now I think, mounting a little bit of a title challenge. But Wisely maintains that championship lead by I would say about 27 points now. So, we will see you same time next week. Owen's still not here, so he'll be back the right race after. Oh. But we'll see you next time out at the Austrian Grand Prix. Should be an interesting one. We'll see you then. Good night.